Good evening. My name is William Severi, and I am discussing this case study, Uncomfortable Field Trip, from the aspect of ethics of care. As we already read, ethics of care is about building trust, showing compassion, and showing empathy for all those that we serve. It's about discussing is what is being done the best for all involved or what is being done best for you. It's about the art of showing compassion to others. Some key questions from this framework that we would like to discuss in the case, I would like to know is, how did Miss Anderson's joke make Hakeem and Kevin feel? Were they embarrassed? What was, what was their reaction and how did they feel based on it? Does Miss Anderson know the background of the students? Does she know if they have sneakers? Is that all they have? Or do they really know how to dress? I want to know why Miss Anderson felt it was so important that they dress up. Is that something that she wants? Is something that's best for the students? Or something that the kids wanted to do? I would also like to feel like, were there anybody else who felt uncomfortable based on the situation? Or was Kevin and Hakeem the only ones that kind of showed it? And I would also like to know, when the rep made the comment about prestigious colleges, how everybody felt. Were people uncomfortable? That could have led to a lot of the laughing and whispering and the off-task acts that happened there. Some key facts to the case is, of course, Miss Anderson's comments about the shoes that could have led to some embarrassment. That's not really showing care and it's not really showing empathy to what's going on, especially singling those two students out. Why was it so important that she had to single those out? I also like, another fact is the agency rep about emphasizing prestigious schools. Going and being successful does not always entail going to prestigious schools. So how did the kids feel when they said that? That is something that needs to be addressed. Miss Anderson's decision to reprimand the students instead of trying to find out what's going on. That did not show compassion to the students. She needed to find out why the students were off task. Were they uncomfortable? Did they really not want to be there? Were they not interested in it? Or were they turned off by some of her actions and some of the reps' actions? And the other facts is when she said at the end about she believes she brought the wrong students. I would like to know what was her feelings behind that. Why did she feel that she bring the wrong students? Did she not know the background? Did she not know the situations with the students she was involved, or did she just expect more from the students? What steps would I take to investigate? I would definitely talk to the students. I would talk to all the students to see how they felt. I would ask pertinent questions to them to find out, how was the trip? How did it go? What did you like? What didn't like about it? I would definitely talk to Hakeem and Kevin personally and find out, exactly what their feelings were about, especially the joke and how did it make them feel, and why were they a little off task. I would talk to the teacher to see, hey, is there any how did she feel about it? Why was she so insistent that they dress up, and why did she feel the need to make a comment about their dress and to reprimand them about their dress? And I also look at, I look at the context of the situation. Are there, the backgrounds of it? Is she coming from a fluent background? Are they a lesser fluent students? And how does her own personal biases or cultural biases may affect what they thought? Maybe the students really did not know how to dress, and then she just assumed that they did. All those are things you have to take into context when you're looking at the facts of the case and how to investigate it. Steps that I would take: I would definitely conference with Miss Anderson to let her know that what she said probably could have been taken a different way. She needs to be able to show some empathy and compassion. She needs to find out why the students dressed the way they were, and did they even in fact have something to wear other than that. If that's the only thing they had, they came with the best they had, and we need to understand that and be empathetic to that. She needs to rebuild the trust. I'm pretty sure when she made those comments, she broke the trust of those students. And so she has to rebuild that trust in order to get the best from them for the year. She also has to rebuild the confidence of some of the students. Some of the words that were said about prestigious schools and you have to work hard to get here, and only, those are things that may have turned off some of the students. They may have felt that may not have been in their plans, or they may feel like they couldn't reach that. So she has to rebuild the confidence of the students to let them know that they can get there no matter what. And finally, she has to model empathy. She was not very empathetic. She felt it was more about her than everybody else, to me, and that's in my opinion. And I think she needs to check herself a little bit. She needs to really do some soul searching to feel like, was what they did that bad? Did this field trip mean more to her than it did the kids? And how can she better herself to serve our students?